What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we are going to be looking at one of my personal favorite sub guns. This is the Kriss Vector, except this is the brand new Generation 3. Now, you guys saw the Generation 2 last year. I love that gun. It has its faults, but I am a huge fan. It shoots quick. It has the Super V system, which is hilarious. And this one also has a whole bunch of new features, which makes it a little bit more 2025, including the Picatinny rail on the back, so you can put folding braces on it. We have a new trigger system. We have a new grip system and several other things which we'll talk about here in a minute, including the M-LOK rail, which is so small you can't really put attachments on, but it sure does look cool. We got this from Chris, and we are going to be out here shooting a couple hundred rounds through it today. We also have Nick from PewView and Dalton, so he's going to be trying some stuff out. So far, I really like the gun. The gun itself looks amazing, and that's half the battle. It came with these cool sights, and also I really like how the Kriss Vector shoots. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people are pansies, and we're going to go out today. We're going to shoot it and find out whether it's reliable and accurate. We'll talk more about it as we go. Before we do that, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, RMA. RMA Armament is a body armor company based right here in Iowa. Not only are they made right here in Iowa, but they are also manufactured using American materials. They have 24 different hard armor plates and 2 soft armor plates. They also are the very first armor company to manufacture and sell armor plates specifically for females. This is level 4 body armor, and it's the lightest American made level 4 plate in its price range of around $250. We want to thank RMA Armament for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you go check them out. Holy f, that looks so cool. I love the magazine it comes with. I would buy this gun just for this magazine. How does this thing even work? Bolt stuff. How many rounds are in this magazine?
40.
Oh, out.
All right, Chris didn't give me a hold at all.
He said, with the phone?
He said it's really far off.
Yeah, just aim high.
All right. Sorry. Holy shit.
Really high.
Yeah. That recoil impulse is amazing. It's like
cool.
Straight back and a little bit.
It's a fun gun to shoot.
It's not even close, but that's super fun to shoot.
So you can say a lot about the MP5. It has a good recoil and pulse, and you can upgrade it with AR triggers. That's a better trigger. That's a lot better trigger. I was happy with that trigger. The reset on that trigger is fast, and that's what you want with the sub gun.
I don't even mind that it's a little bit further with a travel, just because it resets so nice. Like
sure.
You're right back into where you should be to be able to pull.
Yep. And I like if you pop that brace up, it's foldy too. It's nice and foldy. The other one had like this buffer tube system that made it a little bit longer than it needed to be. It's a new brace, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be Herculean.
That was super easy. I got it.
Up.
Super fun.
It wants to be shot fast. The one thing I wanted to say is nobody's hit the magazine release yet, which is what the Kriss Vector's like Achilles heel is. They shrouded this a little bit more, and it looks like it's harder to hit. I'll be interested today whether we hit this, because that's my biggest problem with the Kriss Vector.
See, I found myself always hitting the bolt hole though.
Oh, really?
So
I wonder if you could like, I don't know if you could ride the charging handle.
On Nick's Gen 2, I pushed the bolt.
Yeah.
It would like lock back.
That one seems harder to use, so maybe that's good. That you don't actually do it by accident.
What's the hold above the head?
Oh, just high. Just aim high.
There we go.
You gotta fail. It happens quick.
Oh, it isn't that high over there. That thing's nice.
It's so weird looking at it from the side because the bullet goes so high up to get into the chamber.
Yeah, it's like whee.
Yeah, it goes way up.
Dude, this bolt right here underneath the barrel like burns the shit out of you right now.
Does it?
It is so hot.
You poor baby.
Good to know. Don't put your finger
Don't put your finger on it.
exactly where you want to grab the gun. Don't do that.
That's sort of always been the Achilles heel of the Vector, the space where you grab.
All right. We're getting closer. I'm just gonna throw everybody off because. I did the thing. I was palming.
Oh, you touched the thing?
Yeah, I was palming it and I locked it back. I can't hold it anywhere.
What'd you zero this for? Did you zero that?
Other way.
Well, I don't know.
Teamwork. Aim right in the middle. Is that it? I need to go more.
Okay.
That was more centered. You're still a little.
We're a little better. That is fucking hot. Yeah, we got it now. Vector's so hard to do that.
Ooh, that charging handle's even a little bit spicy.
It's getting toasty.
I'm not tall enough.
Ejection port.
I locked it back again. Hey, you can hit stuff with it now. Damn.
Oh, we already shot all yours.
Uh-oh.
See that? I accidentally used the bolt release.
Dang it, Nick, get your shit together.
Damn.
One finger pull per bullet, YouTube reviewer.
Are those ones just stationary?
Yeah,
Those
they don't-
Yeah, they don't fall.
All right, well that was entertaining. That was more shooting than an actual video, but that's kind of what happens when I get my buddies over here. But we did shoot a lot more through the gun than we normally do. I actually don't know how much we shot. We're probably somewhere between the 300 and 400 round mark, I would guess. A whole bunch of these. So first things first, what do I like about the Vector? Then we'll talk about what I don't like about the new Vector. First thing I like about it is if you fold it up, it is very, very compact. So if you put it in a bag or anything like that, you can use this as a solid PDW. I like the fact that it takes Glock mags. I also really like the way the gun actually recoils. Some people don't like the Super V system. I like it because it's a funny fucking name. And the second reason why I like it is because I actually like the way it returns. When the gun recoils down into the receiver and comes back up, it feels to me like it stays on target better than blowback guns. Not as good as roller delayed, but pretty close. And on top of that, you get a very small and compact platform with the Vector. This is a 5-inch 9mm, so you're probably packing about as much ballistic capability as your standard full-size handgun. However, because of the more points of contact, it is more accurate overall. Now, there are some ergonomic improvements on the new one. The folding mechanism on the back is much better. Having the Picatinny rail space on the back shortens the gun up a great deal from the original Vector, where you have sort of this middle-of-the-road buffer tube system here, which I didn't like. The grip system is very cool, and I believe it's replaceable as well. I think you can pop this off and replace these grips. The trigger, I feel like, is a little bit improved on the original. The trigger was not only pretty easy to shoot at distance, but it was very, very quick in reset, which is what you want for a sub gun. You want those fast follow-up shots, so that is great. Most guns like the MP5 were designed as submachine guns initially, so trigger reset wasn't an issue because you don't need to reset it. Whereas PCCs, you need to reset the trigger. As a civilian, a very short resetting and lightweight trigger make for a very quick shooting platform, especially with the Super V system, keeping it on target while you're shooting it. I mean, you could tell we were having so much fun with it, we basically rapid fired it for 30 minutes straight. And that sort of illuminated me to some of the other problems that reviewers who don't shoot as much might not have noticed. We did have 2 or 3 malfunctions. I believe it was 2, but it might have been 3 malfunctions. To me, it looked like failure feeds. Some of that has to do with the chamber in the gun being very, very low, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. The rest of the problems that we had were ergonomic issues stemming from the front of the gun. So as you can see here, the problem that the Kriss Vector used to have was the magazine release. You used to grab onto the gun, and a lot of times you would inadvertently drop the magazine out of the gun, and then you have no ammo in your gun, which super sucks. They didn't change the place where they put the magazine release like I wish they would have, but they did recess it into the gun a great deal, and they made it a lot more stiff. So I didn't have as many problems with that as I used to, and that's the main concern I had. However, Nick did have some problems with that.
I did the thing.
So be careful where you put your hands. Second problem we had is this bolt right here. You see this bolt? This bolt looks like it goes in or around the barrel. I'm not exactly sure how the gun works. I just pulled it out of the box and shot it. That is the first shots. After all, that's what we do. However, this Allen bolt right here got super hot on both sides. First, it started to heat up on this side a little bit, and then it started to heat up on both sides to the point to where it's very difficult to hold on to it. The problem with that is exactly where you hold on to the gun. And that has always been the issue with the Kriss Vector. When these were made as submachine guns, they don't have to worry about the NFA. So you can put a vertical grip on there and you don't have to worry about it at all. And you have literally none of the problems that most people have with the Vector. That being said, this is a pistol after all, at least for now. And you can't put a vertical grip on there. And I tried to put an angle grip on there, but it puts your hand so close to the barrel, and I like my hand, so I decided not to. So you end up having a choke up on the gun like that, and that's kind of where you put your hand, about right there. And because of that, the gun itself gets very, very hot, and it does burn your hand, and it does give some people issues with dropping the magazine. And I do wish they would have fixed that overall. They did add an M-LOK rail system here, which would be cool for mounting lights. But again, the rail system is so short, unless you're going to put a vert grip there, I really don't know what you would put there besides a hand stop that would cover you from going in front of the barrel, which I would probably recommend if you start running up the handguard, because again, there's only about an inch of barrel past the handguard, and this is where the bang bang stuff happens, and you don't want your hand in front of that. Overall, the gun shot quick, and it was very fun to shoot. It was accurate enough. It's a relatively lightweight gun, although it's probably a little bit heavier than something like a CMMG Banshee, or maybe obviously an X-Tar or something like that. Probably on the same weight as around an MP5K. Same silhouette as an MP5K as well, except for the Super V system adds a little bit of fat at the bottom there, but we like that anyway. Overall, I think it's a solid PDW if you can get past some of the ergonomic issues, and I think if you were to SBR this, those would go away entirely, because you could put a vert grip on the front of it. And most of the Special Forces units I've ever seen run on the Vector, there are very few, but there are some. I think most of them run the vertical foregrip, and I think they eliminate this front sight, and I think they put a pressure pad for a light up here, which is probably what I would do if I was going to put this in a PDW style scenario. The downside to that is that SBRs require more paperwork, and they obviously require a $200 tax stamp, and they require you just more issues overall with keeping them and things like that. So So you have to really want it in order to SBR it. And if you don't SBR it, you do still get the ergonomic issues of this. And I hope someday they fix this. I think they could by maybe extending the grip a little bit past here instead of just pushing it off, but I'm not really sure how you would do it. I'm not an engineer after all. I just shoot the guns and then tell you how I feel afterward. And I feel like this bolt got too hot, and I feel like the magazine release is still in the wrong spot for me personally. Some of the issues with that are obviously because you have to have the magazine release in a certain spot because of the way that the Glock mags are held in. But something like the JP5, for example, uses an extended magazine release to push the bolt back so you can actually use it like an AR. And I think the Kriss Vector would benefit from something like that. That being said, I think it's a big step in the right direction. I think it's a super cool gun overall, and I think as is, it's pretty sick, although some minor issues here and there. I would give it probably a 9 so far. Considering we're almost halfway to a 1,000 review, I feel like I know this girl a little bit. And the other thing I'd probably have to bitch about, aside from the ergonomic issues, would be the malfunctions. I still feel like if you're gonna use a gun for self-defense, it should be 100%. So, couple malfunctions, couple ergonomic issues. That aside, it shot great and it's fun as shit. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out our Oklahoma shelters and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.